spinning wheels, dust in my mouth, that's how it feels. Sun beating down on a rusted hood, running hard like I always would. No silver spoon, no golden gate, just sweat and steel and a twist of fate. Every mile leaves a scar, every night another bar. Heartbeat pounding like a snare, you can feel that danger in the air. Gravel road riot, hear that engine scream. Gravel road riot, living on a dream. Turn it up loud, let the sparks ignite. We're tearing through the dark in the heat of the night. Barroom shaking from the sound, boot heel stomping on the ground. Amp turned up past 10, let that feedback sing again. Sweat dripping down my face, can't nobody take my place. Strings cutting like a knife, that's the only way to live this life. Every scar across these hands came from chasing outlaw bands, but the only truth I've ever known is 6 steel strings and a microphone.
Turn toward that door, lipstick red like danger, smile sharp as a knife. When she moves her hips, she's cutting through your life. Band keeps cooking, crowd leans leans in when she starts dancing. Nobody wins, she's my high voltage, honey, shocking through my veins. Every time she touches me, I can't stay the same. Lights flash bright when she wants some money. Lord have mercy. High voltage, honey. Trying to keep up, but she's ahead of the beat. Got the whole room sweating from their head to their feet. I said, baby, slow down. She just laughed at me. Said, if you can't stand the fire, you ain't man enough to be. Kick drum pounding like a heart attack. Once she locks eyes on you, you ain't coming back. She's my high voltage, honey, burning through the night. Sparks fly everywhere when she holds me tight. No fuse long enough, no switch to unplug me. I'm wired for that high voltage, honey. It's electric again. High voltage, honey, shaking the stage. Lightning and leather to a wilder cage. Turn it up louder, don't you run from me. I'm addicted to voltage, honey. Dust settles on a hollow throne. Every king stands alone. Cold stone under heavy crown. Every empire falling down. Broken circuits in the rain. Every lost leaves a stand. Strike the chord, let it ring. Hear the cathedral sing. Feel the pressure in the sound, like thunder underground.
lights flicker in the haze, every face lost in the blaze. Promises carved in stone still echo through the bone. Fingers pressing into steel, every band makes it real. Turn it loud, let it roar. Shake the silence to the core. Every chain I used to hide, every truth I pushed aside. Now the fire hits the wire, lifting everything higher. Through the smoke, through the lies, strike the wire, hear the crier, let it Turn it louder, let it ride. Feel that rhythm deep inside. Shake the floor, break the chains, let it roll through your veins. Get 'em! Break it, shake it, take it. Heels hitting hardwood floor, smoke hanging in the light. Got a 6-string crying mercy in the middle of the night. Bartender knows my story, don't even ask my name. Every time that amp gets louder, it burns away the shame. Hands start clapping, feet hit the ground. When that tone cuts loose, you feel that sound. I got that Lone Star fever running through my veins, hotter than a summer on a West Texas plain. When the strings start screaming, there's no believer can cool down this Lone Star fever. Ceiling, crowd pressed to the stage. Every note I'm bending feels like letting out a cage. Ain't no polished preacher, ain't no silver spoon, just a beat up Stratocaster howling at the moon. Turn it up louder, let it breathe fire. When the groove locks in, you can't get high. I got that Lone Star fever, shaking to the bone. Every riff I'm playing feels like coming home. From the first downbeat to the last repeater, lights go down and the crowd fades out. All that's left is the echo of what it's all about. Ain't never leaving me. It's in every scar and every melody. From dusty roads to arena heaters, I'll live and die with Lone Star fever. Steps fading in the rain, whispers calling out my name. Shadows stretching long and thin, every loss I held within. Smoke still hanging in the air, like a truth we couldn't bear. Feel the pressure in my chest, no more time to second guess. Beneath our feet, promises incomplete. Every scar and every lie still reflecting in your eyes. We were fire without control, burning fast but losing soul. All the nights we let it slide, still burning deep inside. Woke up sweating in the morning heat, dust and gravel on my street. Sun so bright it burns my eyes. Another day in a land of fire. Old tin roof and a screen door slam. Life moving fast in a broken van. Every mile got a story to tell. Every corner smells like hell. Feel that rhythm in my bones, like a freight train shaking stones. It's burning down in Texas. Feel it in the air. Burning down in Texas. Fire everywhere. From the neon lights to the backstreet bars, when the sixth string screams, you can see the sparks. Crowd packed tight in a smoky room. Boot heels stomping to the boom, boom, boom. Bartender shouting over the band. Sweat and smoke across the land. And turned up past 10. Let that feedback sing again. Hands bleeding, but I don't care. Music's the only prayer. Burning down in Texas. Feel it in the air. Burning down in Texas. Fire everywhere. Every scar on these worn out hands came from chasing midnight plans. But the only truth I've ever found is that guitar shaking the ground. Texas, turning down in Texas, turning down. Woke up sweating in the morning heat. Wanting roof in a land of fire. Woke up wanting roof. Woke up sweating. Woke up sweating. Woke up sweating. Woke up sweating in the morning heat. Woke up sweating in the morning heat. Woke up. Between what we've been holding and what we leave behind, every word feels loaded, like it's got a weight, hanging in a space between too early and too late. This is a slow burn confession, flames under the skin. We kept it cool on the surface while the fire crept in. No explosions, no crashing, just tension in every question. This is a slow burn confession. You say you never meant to let it get this far, but hearts don't need permission, they just are what they are. I try to keep it steady, try to play it smart, but you cannot think of feeling when it's tearing you apart. We would dance around the truth like it wouldn't show, but it's written in the way we're scared to let it go. It's a slow burn confession, heat you can't deny. Every quiet second feels louder than goodbye. No shattered glass reflection, just a quiet correction of a slow burn confession. If we had been braver, would we still be here? Or was this always written in the things we fear? This is a slow burn confession. No more in disguise. We let it drift too long. Now it's right before our eyes. No anger, no aggression, just truth and progression from a slow burn confession. From confession. Table with your name across the top. Ink bleeds like the promises we never could stop. Windows cracked open, cold wind through the room, carrying the silence like a coming storm of doom. Every word unspoken hangs heavy in the air, like smoke from a fire that's no longer there. Ashes on the river, drifting far from shore. Scattered in the sand. We were thunder in the summer, lightning in the dark. Now we're just a memory, burned down to a spark. Your voice still echoes in the back of my mind, like a train that's rolling but leaving me behind. Every broken promise still rings like a bell. If love was heaven, then I walk through hell. Ashes on the river, floating with regret. Every mile between us, a wound I won't forget. I gave you all I had, every dream, every shiver. Now all that's left of us is ashes on the river.
back against the tide, would you still be standing right here by my side? Ashes on the river, drifting out of sight, carried by the current of another lonely night. You can't rebuild a fire from what the flames deliver. All that's left of love is ashes on the river. Streetlights shimmer through the pane. Shadow moves across the wall. I hear that old temptation call. Heavy air and quiet doubt. Truth I never figured out. One more match, one more spark. Velvet fire in the dark. Feel it rising from below, like a storm about to blow. There's a velvet fire in the dark, burning slow inside my heart. Every whisper, every scar leaves a mark where we are. Velvet fire in the dark, like a shot across the spark. When the silence starts to break, it's more than I can take. in my eyes. Fades away. Stone and steel begin to rust. Every crown returns to dust. Footsteps echo through the hall. Silent shadows on the wall. Strike the chord, let it cry. Like a warning in the sky. Never burns the same. Sunlight cracking through the haze, dust rising in a southern blaze. Boot heels grind on a broken line, six steel strings and they're all mine. Amp turn hot, tubes glowing red. Every note something I never said. Strike that chord, let it fly like a wand across the sky. Feel that current in my veins, can't hold back this change. Red River Overdrive, feel that rhythm come alive. When the shovel hits the ground, it's a mean, mean sound. Red River Overdrive, keep that fire alive. When the six-string cries, you see sparks fly. Crowd packed tight in a smoky bar, cheap neon buzzing from afar. Hands clap hard on 2 and 4, they're screaming for more. Fingers bend that wire so wide, feel the tension build inside. Every scar upon my hand turns to thunder in the Every mile I ever ran, every deal gone bad again. All the heat I held inside, now it's riding with the tide. Let it war, strike that wire. Feed the soul, keep it tight, keep it wild.
She walked in like a midnight flame, whiskey eyes and a dangerous name. Every step like a loaded gun. I knew right then I should have won. Her touch was gasoline burning underneath my skin. Every warning sign I saw, still I let the fire win. She's poison in her kiss, burning on my lips. Every time I try to leave, she pulls me back in deep. Love like gasoline, beautiful and mean. I'm drowning in her bliss, poison in her kiss. On the bedroom floor, same old lies like before. She says sorry with a crooked smile. I fall for it every mile. Heart racing out of control, sang to her heat. Every time she calls my name, I accept defeat. She's poison in a kiss, voting on my lips. Every time I try to leave, she pulls me back in deep. Love like gasoline, beautiful and mean. I'm drowning in her bliss. I know she's tearing me apart, but I still crave the spark. Love shouldn't hurt this man, but I'm addicted to the dark. She walked in like a midnight flow. She walked in like a midnight flow. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in. She walked in. She walked in like a midnight flame. She walked in. that voltage rising through the wood and steel. This ain't just music, it's something you feel.
The pocket, you feel it in your soul. Crowd packed wall to wall, sweat dripping from the lights. When that guitar starts growling, you know it's on tonight. Clap your hands together, let that rhythm pound. When the band locks in, we're about to shake this town. Roll that boogie down, let it shake the ground. Turn that amp up louder, let that six-string sound. From the front row jumping to the edge of town. Come the floorboard shake. That's the sound of trouble